Have you ever met someone who had absolutely no fear? Not acting tough, not pretending, just no fear about anything.
I think we all know at least one person like that. That guy who jumped first, said things nobody else would say, walked into situations that triggered fear in everyone around him, and just walked in. And most of us thought, man, I wish I had no fear like that. Think about this. You're home alone at night. The house is quiet. You hear something. Before you even process what it was, your heart is already pounding. You didn't choose that fear. It just happened. And that's not weakness. That's your body doing exactly what it was built to do. Fear gets a bad reputation, but without fear, you wouldn't be here. None of us would. Every dangerous situation you avoided, every time something felt off and you trusted that feeling, that was fear doing its job.
Fear is the reason your ancestors survived long enough to have kids, all the way down to you. So, what actually happens inside you when fear kicks in? Deep in your brain, there's a tiny structure called the amygdala, size of an almond, been there for 300 million years. The moment it detects danger, it doesn't ask your permission. In 0.07 seconds, it floods your body with adrenaline. Heart doubles, muscles fire, vision sharpens. And that part right behind your forehead, the part that makes decisions, thinks ahead, controls your impulses, offline, just like that. That's why in real emergencies, people do things they could never plan or practice. Fear takes over. The body just acts. Now, here's the part that really got me. There was a woman, scientists called her SM046, who had a rare condition that destroyed her amygdala completely. No fear, ever, about anything. Scientists thought it was extraordinary. Horror movies, no fear. Snakes, heights, haunted houses, no fear. She was just curious. But when they looked at her actual life, she'd been in more dangerous situations than almost anyone they'd ever studied. Not because she was reckless, because without fear, her brain never told her to stop, never said, "Don't go there," never said, "Something is wrong here." Every scar she carried was a moment fear should have spoken, and didn't.
But scientists discovered one more thing. There was one situation that did make her afraid. They gave her carbon dioxide to inhale, high concentration, for a few seconds. And for the first time, she panicked. Why? Because CO2 bypasses the amygdala completely. It goes straight to the brainstem, the most ancient part of your brain, the part that existed before the amygdala, before conscious thought, before everything. Even she couldn't escape that. And SM046 is not the only example. You've probably heard of Alex Honnold, the climber who scales 1,000-meter walls without a rope, without any protection. One slip, and that's it. Scientists put him in an MRI scanner, showed him images that make normal people's amygdala fire like crazy. His amygdala barely responded. But here's the thing, he's not fearless. He spent years, thousands of hours on rock walls, training his brain to not react to that specific fear. The fear didn't disappear. He just learned to work with it instead of against it. The same with elite soldiers. The most experienced operators in the world, they don't stop feeling fear.
Studies show they feel it just as much as anyone else. The difference? Fear sharpens their senses, speeds up reaction. In the right hands, fear becomes fuel.
And you don't have to be a climber or a soldier to know this. Think about the last time you had an important conversation you kept avoiding, or that decision that kept you up at night, or that moment right before something that really mattered to you. That fear you felt? Your brain telling you this is important. Pay attention. The bigger the fear, the more it matters. So next time fear shows up, that racing heart, that voice saying, wait, don't fight it.
Fear is not your enemy. Fear is an old protection system you have. 300 million years old. And it has never stopped working for you. Next video about jealousy. The emotion everyone feels but nobody admits to. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.